What makes a man high value? That depends on if you apply assimilation ideology. What I mean by this is if I use the dollar as a measuring stick to understand my value. Generally, many people think that if I made $100,000 a year, for instance, I'm high value. This may be true if I'm a white man, but it's not true to me because as a black man, I only have access to 60% of a dollar. That means that if I make $100,000 a year, I only have a monetary value of 60 grand. So in order for me to have full access to $100,000 as a black man, I would have to make at least $150,000 a year. Now, this is part of the reason why some of us who actually make six figures don't really see much change in our life because we don't have full access to that money. Now, I don't know what country you live in, but I live in the US. Try going in tomorrow and explaining this concept to your boss and let them know that you want a 40% increase so you can have full access to the dollar. The worst thing is that many of us haven't understood that black folks have never counted on assimilation ideology as a way to define our value. We've never used money in this country to define our value. This is a new school ideology that shows that we're assimilating to ideas that are not true to our culture. We have lived in this country for centuries and found wealth and faith, family, and fidelity. When we chase money, we don't understand that it comes at a cost. We become less available for the places that we're needed the most. I suggest, brothers, we start using a different measuring stick to define value. What defines a man's value, especially a black man's value, is availability. Think of it like this. 1 in 4 of us is unavailable due to being incarcerated or constantly in legal trouble. 1 in 4 of us is unavailable because we're too busy chasing money or access to it that we spend and eat up valuable years of our life trying to obtain it. You might finally start making the money you want, but by that time you would spend a lot of time and energy trying to obtain it that it may have caused you damage or people you love damage. 1 in 4 of us is so effed up due to childhood trauma and other issues. A good woman wouldn't touch us with a 10-foot pole. But if you're available every night to kiss your son, and I mean that, kiss your son, pray with your woman, and thank God for the opportunity to plant seeds of love and intimacy, why do you need 6 figures to define your worth?